Oh fuck, that was so close. Holy shit.
How small can I get?
So I was drinking water and I looked over to my other monitor. I saw you looking down at me, slowly shrinking, and I almost spat everything everywhere.
Can I get a clip of that at least?
Oh god.
Who's this idiot interrupting my music? What? You okay, we can go back. I can even like hang on. And then I can even mute the clip player. You just have the music. Do you know it'd be really spooky though? If I showed up. What am I doing on this screen? Why is there a BRB there? What is going on? What is going on, friendos? Is Ollie Radio coming at you live? Nah. Wait.
Are they both Unity?
You guys need to see this. This is so fucking dumb.
Is that
We absolutely have to guns this.
Well, I mean, Hell Rifle moment?
Oh yeah, Hell Rifle moment. Scarlet, that's 2 big chargers.
Yeah, they're fucking inside each other.
Well, oh my god, they are. Well, do I do it just now?
Is this sex? It might be.
That might be sex.
Yo, it's BBC sex.
No. No.
That's why I didn't finish the statement.
You did finish the statement. You cut it off 1 letter before it ended.
Well, are you guys ready?
What commission?
This.
I chat. Show feet. Okay. There you go. Here's feet. You happy? Feet have been shown. Hello? I have some words about this game right now. So, hi Zoe, very happy. Good. I still have a cough, but I'm gonna fucking stream. Because holy shit, I fucking hate this game right. You've come to make an announcement. Pray tell, what is your announcement? Whilst I open a pack. He doesn't get it. Perhaps. Mega Pokemon are some bitch ass mother. Oh, I've come to make an announcement. Mega Pokemon are some bitch ass motherfuckers. Actually, no. Mega Pokemon are not the problem that I have today. The problem that I have today is with the 2 motherfuckers who are ruining the fucking video game. Yes, I'm going to convert this into a video. Hello. I have come to talk to you about why I'm not going to resign from making TCG Pocket content, but I'm going to have to take some breaks when the meta is ass. And the meta right now is incredibly ass. So we have example Exhibit A, Hydreigon. This motherfucker is weak to grass. There is no Six-Fisted Lucky Ice Power. What is that? Why? Yes, exactly. Look at this motherfucker. There is no good grass Pokemon is capable of countering this guy. There is no grass Pokemon that is capable of hitting 120, which is the necessary math for hitting Hydreigon, because it damages itself for 30, but then it uses fucking Lucky Ice Pop. Hang on. Normal, I guess so, but like, good luck. You still need 2 energy, and Hydreigon's gonna explode Celebi. Celebi can do something about it, but Hydreigon is gonna plow through whatever is in front of it, and then the Mega Absol behind it is going to come and kill the Celebi. And guess what? You spent 2 energy on that Celebi, which means you probably have none energy, because Hydreigon doesn't need energy, and they just need 2 energy on Mega Absol. So Lucky Ice Pop just heals Hydreigon to 140, and then there's nothing that is hitting Hydreigon for 120. You might think like, well, Zalia, they just released friggin' Teal Mask Ogerpon. Can't that hit for 120? Yes, on a technicality. Hydreigon versus Cough. Yeah, exactly. Hello. Welcome in. I am bitching about the video game, and I'm gonna play some of it, but I'm bitching about it. But this needs 5 energy, and you're not gonna be able. What about Darkrai? Darkrai's not enough, I'll say, just because like you have one Hydreigon that's only worth a single. Then you have Mega Absol who can come in, and Darktina is actually a thing. Darktina is actually a thing at the moment. Hydreigon, Darkrai. Mega Absol is better just because you have the potential to discard a Cyrus. And discarding a Cyrus is all. Darkrai also costs. Darkrai is not very energy efficient these. Plus, Hydreigon does require 1 to attach to itself. So it does at the very least have that weakness. But by the time you get Hydreigon, probably been able to at least put a singular energy on to something. And friggin' where's that little dinosaur bet? And it has 60 HP, which is that's a beefy starting guy. Well, I'm glad I ain't playing. You should be glad you ain't playing. But yeah, this guy just sits up front. You attach an energy to Mega Absol in the back, and then Mega Absol's like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And yeah, Hydreigon just the math doesn't work for it. Alolan Executor will. I mean, yes, but that still requires 3 energy, which is going to either require you to go second, which means Hydreigon went first. You want to ramp like that? Or you need to build it up in the back, in which case Hydreigon's going to explode whatever is in the front. And then you have to worry about the second Hydreigon. Like, the problem with Hydreigon is that there's 2 of them. This is just as bad as Solgaleo meta. Decidueye is not enough, it's too slow. And even then, there's only 1 of them. It deals 80 damage up front at first. It can deal 100. It hits for 120 with weakness. But the problem with that is you need to be hitting for 140, because Lucky Ice Pop heals it up to 140, so you can still pierce the pain, hit it for 120, but then you're getting smacked for 130, and then guess what? There's another Hydreigon or a bugging Absol behind it. It is the only Pokemon capable of hitting that math that is relevant is Mega Altaria, and even then Mega Altaria can struggle into it just a little bit. Maybe Sweet's Relay is what's needed. That's not the problem with Hydreigon. Is once it gets going, nothing is energy efficient enough to take it down. There is nothing in the whole world at this moment in time other than maybe Mega Venusaur, in which case you still have to evolve into a holy shit, Foofbird. Who's for Foofbird? But you still have to evolve into an Ivysaur and then get your energy, and then you're risking the fact that there is a Dino sitting in front of you for like 3 turns before you get your Venusaur? Oh, Mega Altaria, yeah. Mega Altaria, basic Celebi is unfortunately, too slow. Because there's always a second Hydreigon, there's always an Absol behind it, and if somebody sees you setting up that Celebi, it's not like they're gonna drop their brain on the floor and be like, okay, I'm gonna ramp my Hydreigon. Does it do damage before or after the before? So technically it can OHKO a Hydreigon that has used rare candy. But nobody with a brain is going to set up their Hydreigon in front of a Celebi. They're just going to set up the Absol to KO it and then bring their second Hydreigon in the next turn. Like, I really wanted to try and rant about this motherfucker in a structured, like, video way. Can't even use Hydreigon Mega Absol and Tabletop Sin. I will ban you. You will be bad. Curse Celebi Oricorio deck. Oricorio is just like the thing about Oricorio right now, meta wise, is Oricorio kind of eats concrete to a lot of the decks right now, just because they have now baked into a lot of decks a bunch of Oricorio, and I mean a bunch of Oricorio. The most noteworthy Oricorio counter is the one thing that evolves from Pumpkaboo Gourgeist. 1 energy, 70 damage. That's Croncrete, baby. Yeah. Gourgeist is now being run with Mega Altaria, which is also very good at counter Hydreigon. My main problem with Hydreigon decks are running Poison Barb with Nihilego, right? Yes, because mathematically speaking, 20 plus 130 plus 20 is 170, and that KOs most things that exist in the meta at the moment. Like, not even Mimikyu, which can take a hit for free, is strong enough to withstand that thing. You could maybe have it take a hit for free, then put in a Mega Gardevoir and smack it for 110, but then you're only smacking it for 110, and then it's going to use Lucky Ice Pop. And it's just the main issue, the main core issue that I'm have with Hydreigon is there is nothing in the game, nothing in the entire fucking game that is capable of one-shotting it. Nothing. What does Roserade do? It poisons and locks the opponent in the active spot. Now, the other motherfucker that I'm going to talk about that kind of needs no action whatsoever is Greninja. Everybody knows what this guy does. Can deal 80 damage. Pot of Greed do though. I summon Pot of Oak. Potted of the Oaked pot. But yeah, this guy just enables Cyrus, and Cyrus becomes boss's order. This game was not built for boss's order. The bot of back. I think you still need to add the there. So it makes so yeah, that's essentially my whole problem with Pocket. Incredibly unfun. The meta is incredibly centralized around very strong 1-point Pokemon that does both. That does not care about what having. They either high roll and get their Hydreigon on, and you just lose. There is very little coming back from that, save for Mega Altaria. How do metal decks do against it? Metal decks are bad. Because of Hydreigon. Metal decks are bad specifically because of Hydreigon. Yeah. That's just how it be. Hydreigon is the played all. Oh boy, I'm gonna run a specific niche Pokemon attacks for shit that I have to evolve as well because I want to block Lucky Ice Pop. And that's all I do. I like. I don't know, man. This seems like kind of a liability card. It just sits there and it dies. Especially with Suicune running around. Especially with Hydreigon running. There's like so little that you can. You sound just as angry as I was back when I. Yeah, the game's in shit shape. Like, at the very least, there's Alolan Muck only works for. At the very least, Juggy, back when you played, there were at least like 4 or 5 decks that were pretty decent. That they were decent because of rare candy. They were really flat and really boring, but at least there was more deck variety than just Suicune Greninja or Hydreigon or blah, 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 blah. It is that bad. If only this was like any Pokemon, not just. Should just be any Pokemon in play have no. But no, it just has to be basic Pokemon because they want Hydreigon to be good for some reason, and we can't escape the meta. We really, really can't. When you're looking back on Solgaleo meta with an at least, yeah, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. Yeah. Hydreigon and Suicune Greninja have single-handedly made the game unfun. Because Suicune Greninja just Cyruses your shit to the front and knocks it out, and then it wins, and then it has Greninja EX, which deals 100 damage, so you're just fucked. Or you go against a Hydreigon that just high rolls their rare candy, and then you lose. Everybody's just sitting around saying like, oh, but you can just run Chingling if you hate those guys. I don't want to fucking have to run a card because I dislike 2 Pokemon. That's fucking stupid. Quite frankly, yes, I can run Chingling and turn off the rare candy. You can't do that. Oricorio did that. Exactly. You brought Oricorio because you hated EX Pokemon. I don't want to run. Well, like, also Oricorio made it to where, like, oh, I gotta run non-EX Pokemon in my deck, which turned out to be the worst fucking decision for the entire game. Because it limited what could be meta. And then when Ho-Oh and Lugia came out, they were the big new cool guys. They couldn't do shit and were garbage because Oricorio was so prevalent. And now they're just garbage. They're not terrible in a Charizard deck, but they are only in the status of not. Also, you gotta get Chingling before they get Rare Candy, which is a gamble, unlike Oricorio. Yes, you also have to get Chingling before they get the Rare Candy, and if you go first and you don't start Chingling, but you draw Chingling, you can't retreat into Chingling. Otherwise, Chingling is the dead draw. Yeah, pretty much. Unless it's like Altaria, but that's like the only class. Is Jolteon good? Yes, Jolteon is good, but Jolteon has the problem of being boring as sin. Because it just sits in the active spot, and then, you know, like, they attach 2 energies, 3 energies to the Hydreigon. They take 60 damage. You can put a giant cape on this thing. We'll get to Altaria in this. You can put a giant cape on this thing, and it will survive a Hydreigon, and then you can hit it and KO it, but then you run into the problem of, again, is there's another fucking Hydreigon. And then, or if there's not a Hydreigon, there's an Absol that's gonna murder you. And then you're back to square one because you put all of your energy... Excuse me. Because you put all your energy on Hydreigon. So Altaria is probably the only card in like this game meta. I actually have no qualms with it. This card is not difficult to 1-hit KO, or not difficult to 2-hit KO. It's worth 3 points, so it just wins the game to KO it. And it only deals 130 damage, which is, well, I say only. Hydreigon also deals 130 damage. But, like, this thing is worth 3 points, unlike Hydreigon, which is worth 1. And then there's another Hydreigon. Baby Pokemon at times are too risky for me. Like, the new set just bump out bench damage Pokemon. Sure, Poncho is awesome, but like you can only safeguard 2 Pokemon at a time. And Poncho you can only run 2 of, and it's not worth running 2 of. I love 95% of the cards in this. Absolutely worthless. Yeah. Yeah, so this card is fine. Card is fine. I have no qualms with this card. Because I quite frankly had no qualms with Arceus. Arceus is also Arceus has always also been a foofbird. Yes, it is Defoof. Love Defoof. And plus we just got stadiums, so you can run a stadium plus 10 damage. Starting. Hello. This one makes Altaria deal 104. Awful lot. Excuse me. But yeah. Altaria is fine. Jolteon technically beats it, but Jolteon's boring as sin. Hydreigon's boring as sin. Lucky Ice Pop. Like, I really... I can't see more. I lost a game earlier at work because somebody flipped 8 heads. Fossil jump. Somebody flipped 8 heads. I lost a game because fuck me, I guess. Now, Misty was one thing. Misty is a supporter. It flips all of its coins at once. So you can't just stockpile it if you want. You can only use it 1 per turn. And if you lose to Misty... I wish I could receive 8 heads. That's in... And Misty wins games, like, outright. There's no suspense. They're just like, oh, you played Misty. Oh, you flipped 4 heads. Oh, I lost. Okay. This fucking thing, though. Like, Misty for everybody. That's when it becomes a problem. I call BS. Why does Ice Pop have better head ratio than Misty? Because it heals. It heals, then you flip the coin. Misty is flip the coin if tails, no energy. That sucks. Misty isn't like attach a water energy to your Pokemon. Flip a coin. For the amount of heads that you flip, attach 1 water energy to your Pokemon. Misty either fires or misfires. This always fires. So, game's in shit shape. This is probably the worst condition it's ever been. How much does potion heal again? 20. Yes, it has power creeped potion. There is no reason to run potion when, which sucks because potion is supposed to be one of the free cards, pretty decent, that everybody has access. There is, if you have Lucky Ice Pop, there is no reason to ever use potion ever again. Period. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I am going to continue to make content for this game, and I am back to make again. I'm still a little bit in recovery mode, but I am I'm mostly better. I'm able to obviously talk a little bit. Yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. I wish the game was doing this. Anybody who says that the verse is wrong, will you be covering the new upcoming expansion pack? Yes, absolutely I will. The only reason I haven't made any videos for this pack is because I got really I don't know if everything's even been being picked up. I hope so. But here, I can pop over here for a moment. I was like, my mic is cutting out a little bit. The right way. Yeah, it is. I just need to speak more directly into the microphone, I think. My apologies. But just to update everybody on where the fuck have I been? I've been sick primarily. I got to the point that I missed about 2 weeks of work. I couldn't talk without being thrown into a coughing fit. I had coughed my throat raw to the point I got put on an inhaler, got put on hyper cough suppressant stuff that I am probably going to take some. But if you're like, oh Zolly, where's the spicy deck spin? Funny stuff, because you can do a lot. You can do a lot of fun in this game. Apologies, I don't think Apollo. You can do a lot of funny stuff in this game at the moment. And it is pretty nifty, the stuff that you are capable of. The game is just incapable of being fun. Like, you want to see some nifty stuff that you can do? It's so spicy, your throat fucking dead, yeah. Cool. Alright then. Like, you can make spice right now. And my favorite deck to play this current pack has been Ultra Necrozma. They need to do a rotate. As much as I hate to say it, they need to rotate Genetic Apex out. Like, look at me. I'm running the fucking Ultra Necrozma deck, and there's a decent chance I'll win. Can I have a Giratina? Now we're talking. They're steals, so I don't think they can hit the bench. I almost just ended my turn. If I get a Solgaleo, that route, second metal. Low 1-star card ratio. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by low 1-star card ratio? Second steal in. Still be playing this, but I won't be that active anymore. Yeah, I until Hydreigon is better, I am going to try and make other content. I know that might be like kind of sad, but like Giratina, I'm sad I never got to use it. I mean, would you? Yeah. It's a very hindsight 2020. It's a very balanced card. Dark Tina was not fun, like at all. To go against. But I never really felt the same kind of frustration going against Dark Tina. Giratina was never the issue in that matchup. Yeah, that's true. That's your spitting facts. It was always Darkrai. It's because Darkrai does all the damage just sitting there. As fuck you. Real talk, I might just start throwing away cards. Are you gonna try and dig? I wonder if it's the play to start tossing cards. I think it might be copycat. Okay. Yeah, they have 2 cards. And I think I'm just gonna go for it. The fucker is so ugly. I think I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, I threw away a lot of important cards. I threw away a lot of important. That was good. I threw away a lot of important cards for me. No, they have a lot. Good. Please be psychic. Thank you. Okay, I threw away. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. We're fine. We're chilling. I just win via war. At this point. And I can just... You can use that shit infinitely. Lucky Ice Pop? Potentially, yes. I already stopped buying premium past start of February. Really got demotivated. Been getting it since global release. Only 2 gold cards, no god pack. Haven't gotten any cards since. That sucks. Yeah, Lucky Ice Pop's fucking stupid. Hate it. Yeah, look at this. I just won because I have Ultra Necrozma. That's kind of nuts. And I win pretty decisively, too. Like... There are a lot of cool things that you can do in this video game. And honestly, that kind of makes it even more upsetting. This deck runs Solgaleo and Lunala and Necrozma. This is a cool deck. It does well against a lot of things. But the meta's so oppressive for this kind of deck type that it doesn't matter. I love this game, but I hate this game. There are... I think I might make it a short stream. Mono deck. See. Yeah. Well, like, kind of hardly. I didn't any sort of energy problem that entire match. Applies to any gacha game. Well, yeah, it does. I definitely don't have a big love. When this game is good, like Crimson Blaze was really good. Mega Rising was also pretty damn good. Eevee Grove was fantastic. But man, Fantastical Parade and the Celestial Guardians too. Game is so fucking I could not stomach the bad enough. Good, yeah, that's unfortunate too, because Eevee Grove was just literally 2 packs after. In my opinion, Eevee Grove, Genetic Apex are this game's golden era. Game was really silly jank. During those packs, but right now, especially since you still have to engage with bad to get Hourglass, yeah. Triumphant Light was pretty fun. I don't think I had any Triumphant Light. Triumphant Light was pretty damn good. Very cool deck. Or very cool pack. Introduce a lot of nifty things. I remember Wet Grass that me and Juggy built. Like, it was Leafeon Executor, like the one that does kick the 80 damage for, but like you're running Leafeon. It was fine back then when the meta was that tempo. You could run Irida and back then too. You could afford to run things like 2 copies of Irida and 2 copies of Irida, because that's another thing. The game has some pretty nutty support float at the moment. Like, can I zoom out? For sake of like to the ring. Look at all of these. There's so many fucking options. Back in my day, what this looked like Grass and Moltres Arcanine Volcarona. You want to see what these looked like back in the day? Like, kind of bonkers. Apex, full in these. You know what? Just for like, no, Shining Gravel. We'll do it before. And I got this much. This is all we had. Look at this. Another reason I think the game is doing real not so great at the moment is what made the early packs good, in my opinion, was the simplicity. You really did not have to put that much brain power into building a deck that could work. Like, hell, let's just take it all the way back to Genetic Apex. Like, it was so accessible for people who just wanted to play a silly, dinky little card game. Look at this. Hang on. Hey, Blue, you suck. You've always sucked. Like, that's it. Super straightforward. Super easy to understand. Now, let's look at the Ultra Necrozma deck. Look at all of the bullshit in this. Look at all of the bullshit in this. This took so much brain power to get into. Like, I'm pretty sad that they aren't going back to some of these cards like Blaine and Koga support cards, such as free to use. Power was in push. Who is come on, Haru. But like, you know, Cyrus for the win. Mars so you can get their cards down to either give you time or cheer their deck with Ultra Necrozma. You've Lusamine to power Ultra Necrozma. You've May to help find your pieces. You've Copycat in case you want to reach. There's so much thought. All of this. This could also be why they're making so strong, so new people don't have out old cards as much and trade what they need. Yeah. Maybe. But either which way, there are so many supporters now that to arrive at the conclusion of the mix of support that I have, I had to sit there and think about what every supporter could possibly do. Out of all of the options, this is the best one. During Genetic Apex, I could go, I don't know. Professor's Research and Sabrina. Those aren't good. I can put those in there. Maybe Misty. Am I running a Blaine deck? Am I running Lieutenant Surge? Don't know. It's not a whole lot to think about. I don't know. She was not. Honestly, the only reason in retrospect that I thought at the time Shining Rebel kind of sucked was Fuck, I love. Oh, yeah, right. I only thought Shining Revelry sucked because ranked sucked. That's about it. 2 Red, 2 Sabrina, 2 Cyrus. Good old time. Exactly. You're just like, I don't know. These cards are good. I'll run those. And you didn't have to think about it. Now I'm just like, well, what do I need to find my pieces? Of course, I need my Copycat and my May and my 2 Professors Research and my Pokeballs. I don't have a whole lot of room for support at this point. There are so many options. Welcome back, Luna. I guess I could run Mars because, you know, you're trying to get rid of cards. And you can sack an EX Pokemon and run Peculiar Plaza because it synergizes with a majority, at the very least, of Pokemon in this deck. And it really helps Giratina be pivoty and help you get your Ultra online, especially if it starts in the active. You can run Lucamine because you're running an Ultra Beast, and, you know, Ultra Necrozma is really energy hungry. Gotta run Cyrus because something might run away from me, and yeah, the game is in the best shape and you can just do shit like this. Even this is base. Even this is base. Yeah. I'm sad my stupid healing Cresselia deck got overshadowed by Lucky Ice Pop. Yeah. Yeah. The more decks are viable, the better the game is in. Simple. Yes, precisely that. Doot doot. I'm gonna show y'all doot. This doot doot. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily gonna stop making pocket content, but I'm gonna make more kinds of content. Much of it Pokemon. I promise. It will at the very least be Pokemon. Oh yeah, Juggy gets to win. Alf is funny. Here, Juggy, I will let you read this card. Yeah. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna have to end the stream after this match. Voice is getting tired. But Meowth can just go, haha, no. You get to witness and read Meowth. The funnier Oricorio. Yeah. Yeah, that's an ability. You okay there? Like I said earlier, I was really sick. And I wanted to stream just so I could rant about shit. But I definitely need to make it on the shorter side. My voice. Very valid. I would rant. Precisely that. And then, if, you know, Meowth survives, I'm just gonna start drawing cards. Oh no, I am going to perish. Plaza, that's... I hope Meowth goes Lollamouth. I'll get well soon and have a good rest. Thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. I'm going to attempt to edit my rant down into a video. Oh, goodbye, me. I really hope I explode. One thing that's really funny is how afraid this thing people are. Oh. Alright, I'm die. Thank you forever. You wouldn't hurt an innocent fossil, would you? Yawn. Golly gee. Good. Okay. I am glad that I'm gonna waste. I see one of. Glad I got to know the state of this fuck ass game. Yeah. Ain't that something? Buddy. I hate her. Trade him. I'm working. I'm gonna raid. I am sorry, chat. Thank you for the short stream. Thank you for showing up and yapping with me. I'll raid Nim. Nim's chill. She's playing, or they're playing 14. Yeah. Y'all for watching. Enjoy your time. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching.